Okay, we're doing some upgrades to the Gorgon today. We got a Spectrum 4000 kV brushless combo going in, 85 amp ESC. Got a cooling fan for the motor, wheelie bar because it already needed it on 2S. I'm going to put it on a DumboRC. Alright, let's get wrenching. Okay, I got the wheel off for better access. You got 4 screws you need to take out to get the cover off to access the bolts for the motor. Okay, so you got 2 screws here holding the motor in. You'll have to loosen them a little bit, and then you can pull the whole spur gear and clutch out assembly to get out of the way. Okay, you got a little grub screw here holding the pinion gear on. You'll have to take that off and slide it off the motor shaft. Alright, you could remove these 2 screws all the way, and the motor should just slide out the back of the chassis. Alright, we got the motor out. Now there's 2 screws holding the receiver ESC combo on. You'll just have to unplug your servo. Okay, we got the new ESC mounted. Mounted right into the same screws. There's an extra boss up here. I was able to mount the on-off plug. Ran the batteries underneath the ESC into the battery tray. Okay, little change of plans here. I was going to go with this Spectrum 3650 4000 kV motor, but found out that when you try and put it in, the wires here hit the chassis before the motor bottoms out in the motor plate. So, got a cheap off Amazon 3660 3500 kV motor. That just barely fits. It's still even a little tight. You got to have the wires clocked to the back here for it to fit, but it will fit. Now you will be able to have adjustment for mesh. And I'm going to bump it up to this BLX 100 ESC for the 3660 motor, a little bit bigger, handle the power draw a little better. Alright, I got the ESC mounted. Just the 2 bolts go right back into the stock location. Ran the on-off switch to this extra boss they have up here. Got the battery wire running underneath the ESC into the battery tray. Alright, let's get a motor in. Alright, we got the motor in. I just got it loosely bolted in right now because you'll have to adjust your mesh. I have to do some wire management. Got a lot of extra cable going around on here. Alright. So we'll just slide our spur gear back in here. Alright. And then next we'll get our pinion on and we'll get our mesh set. Okay, so I got the pinion on the motor tightened up. Got my mesh all set, just the slightest click back and forth between the gears. You could also do the paper trick. Run a piece of paper through, put it tight, tighten everything down, pull the paper out, and it should be set perfect. I just kind of like doing it by hand a little better. Also had to change the pinion. The stock pinion gear was a 13 tooth, but where the grub screws sit with my new motor, it wouldn't fit the flat spot on the shaft. It was sticking out too far, so I had a different pinion. Smallest I had is 15 tooth, so it's going to be geared up a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't run too hot, but we will have the fan on it. Well, got to call out Horizon Hobby on this one. Bought this fan under the listed optional accessories for the Gorgon, and it's too small to fit. I'll probably just run it with 1 screw for the time being and get a bigger fan. Okay, so I just have 1 screw holding on the fan right now till I can get a bigger one that will fit better. A couple of zip ties just to kind of keep some of the wires together. I'm going to put the receiver on. I got a waterproof receiver box on order that's specific for the Gorgon, but it's on back order, so hopefully that'll come in soon. In the meantime, I'm probably just going to double-sided tape it to the chassis there. Hopefully it actually fits, unlike the fan Horizon Hobby sold for the Gorgon. Alright, let's get the receiver on. Alright, got the receiver on. Gonna throw on the wheelie bar now. Just 4 screws that hold it on. Screws right into existing holes on the back bumper. Alright, get her put on. Alright, we got the wheelie bar on. Looks like it should have a pretty good angle. all we got left to do is pair up the receiver and see how she does. Alright, looks like we're all done here. Fans are running, receiver's bound, got steering, throttle. Let's see what it looks like on 3S. Really ballooning those tires. Can't wait to get it outside and see what she does. Okay, gonna do a speed test on 2S with the new brushless system. Getting dark out here quick, so I gotta try and get this in. Go back the other way. All right. Let's see what we got. 25. I don't think I had good satellite. Let's try again. Only got 6 satellites. Start. Kind of got a clicking noise. I don't think it likes the smaller pinion I have on it. .32. That's more what I was thinking. Not too bad for 2S. Probably what would be best to bash around most of the time in. But let's get a speed test on 3S. Alright, let's see how she does on 3S. Hard to keep that front end down. Let's see if I could go a little slower on the throttle, keep it down. Full throttle. Let's see what we got. Crash at the end. Got a little too happy with that throttle. All right, let's see what we got. Stop. That is not correct. It did not go 63. I'm getting like interference, I think, from my receiver. Let me see if I could put the GPS in a different spot. So I was getting feedback from the receiver on my GPS. Got it band-aided to the hood of the car now, noticing it's reading better now. Let's see if I could get a accurate reading on 3S now. Alright, let's see if we could get a clean run. I gotta be really easy on the throttle so it doesn't just wheelie and flip over. Alright, let's bring it back in. Well, looks like the band-aid was a little strained there, but held it on. 46 miles an hour. It seems pretty realistic. Maybe we'll try it one more time. Stick that band-aid on there a little better. Sun's going down, probably last run. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Thought it fell off. Almost did. Definitely last run. Don't want to lose the GPS. .45. So about 45, 46 miles an hour with the current gearing. Might have to adjust that. Does sound a little noisy, but working just fine for now. Ooh, it sounds like my slippers. Not too happy with the extra power. But wheelie's like no one's business now. Landed on its wheels. Now it's got the speed for some real big crashes. So I got all the upgrades installed on the Gorgon, got the brushless system on it, got it out for a speed test, got 46 miles an hour out of it. Pretty happy with the results. Got a little bit of a clicking from the drivetrain, not sure where it's coming from. Checked out the spur gear and the pinion, everything seems fine. Guess I'll wait to see if something completely breaks and then I'll know where it's coming from. So I'm not sure what the next step is. Might gear it up a little bit more, try and go for over 50 miles an hour. Might have to address the wheels. They balloon a lot, makes it a little hard to control. But it sure is a lot of fun to drive on 3S. Thanks for watching. Hard to keep that front end down.